What was that? I mean, really, what kind of performance was that? I just don't understand what were we thinking after we scored an early goal. It's like we were paying for the draw for like 80 minutes. What was that? Hi, and welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Indeed, what kind of performance was that? It just beggars belief. The opportunity was there. It was there, right there. Brighton, they're in 13th position. The opportunity was there for us to beat them. Again, I just could not understand the mentality. We started so quick in that first 10 minutes. And I have to say, I was actually out. And when I came back, Aubameyang had already scored that goal there. But I had seen that he had hit the crossbar. We were all over them like a double rash and then some. And then all of a sudden, it's like, really? It's like we were playing for the draw. 80 minutes. Some of the players didn't look interested. I saw Guendouzi trying to pass the ball out to Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner just said, yeah, no, don't pass the ball to me. He couldn't find anyone in the midfield. The only one again that looked as if he was hungry was TORREIRA. And even TORREIRA didn't look his usual self. Why? Because he was fearful of getting a yellow card. I mean, I don't know what kind of gameplay that was. We're just inviting them on. Inviting them, trying to play the ball. Back, left, right and centre and little ticky-tacky football. And they really, it's a good thing that Brighton, sorry guys, but Brighton are a rubbish team because the chances they had, they should have put us out. And actually, we should have been, out of clear sight. I could talk about Aubameyang and his chance they had there, where actually he should have scored. He should have scored a brace, but we were absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. We know that as humans we make mistakes and errors. And Unai Emery, I have to say, this is probably the first time you're going to hear me say this on Cannon Fodder TV, but you made an error. I mean, for me, should you have taken off Ozil? I think that debate is going to rumble on. It's going to rumble on. But you should have left LACAZETTE on there. He was the one player up front literally running his guts out. You know what you're going to get with LACAZETTE. He'll run, try and intercept the balls, release the ball and, have a shot on sight. But the moment you took him off, literally, again, we were just blunted up front. And the substitutions that you made there, Ramsey, Iwobi, and Maitland-Niles, they were so ineffective. I don't know what's happened to Maitland-Niles. He was just not up to speed. Wasn't up to speed. He had a couple of chances where he was free and he divered on the ball and gave the ball away in really critical areas where if he had released the ball sooner or had taken a shot on goal, I would have been more happy with that rather than him divering on the ball. But what kind of performance was that? Absolutely terrible. I do have an old saying that you're going to hear me say many, many times. As long as Arsenal can do this, if you play so badly, don't lose the game. And this was probably one of the worst games under Unai Emery that I've seen Arsenal play. The worst. None of the players looked interested. Like I said, Lichtsteiner, he was out of position and at fault for the goal. I don't know what kind of header he was doing there. I don't blame Leno one iota because once the ball went over, Matteo Guendouzi was the wrong side. Excuse me. So Leno was basically the last man. So I don't blame Leno at all. But What kind of performance was that, guys? The worst. Absolutely the worst. When Ramsey came on, I can feel this is turning into a mini rant. But when Ramsey came on, there was a smitten of a spark. But yeah, I don't know. I really, really don't know. It was a terrible performance there. And like someone put on Twitter that it was painful to watch it. Yeah, it was really painful. Because I expected so much more from Arsenal. Knowing fully well that we were in 5th position, level on points, I think, with Chelsea. And now we're just 1 point ahead. So this was the opportunity, to try and go towards to cementing, that 4th position, maybe a 3rd position. Knowing fully well that Man City lost today. Oh, absolutely incredible. 2-1 against Leicester. And, excuse me, at this point, I can see, Chelsea, just kicked off now. But what a terrible performance there. I guess, the players have to take a responsibility, but Emery, you have to take the responsibility as well. The performance there, the formation, the substitutions, none of it worked. But again, let's just try and keep this in perspective. We didn't lose the game. We didn't. I don't want to harbour on about if it had been, Arsene Wenger, we would have lost. Yeah, we would have lost. We would have lost. So we held out, to get the points. But, at these times, we demand more from the team. Absolutely, we demand more. I mean, is there anything else I can talk about? No, not really. It's just, yeah. Again, you could see Torreira was not himself. And I did say, my preview that Emery said he's going to talk to Torreira and say to him, play his game. But it didn't translate. It didn't translate, to that. You could see he was a little bit tentative, making, rash challenges and what have you. And as well, he was, fouled how many times? Not good enough. Really not good enough. Anyhow, you have been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And a lot of frustrated breaking news.